we weren't really dating then either, but we continued this what up that was going on, and that shit fucked with my head because it felt so much like a relationship that when I got upset at things, like, which if you're in a relationship, it's totally valid, but because we weren't, it wasn't justified. And so I kept feeling all these things that I wasn't technically allowed to feel because we weren't dating.
This is how men treat women that they're not interested in. As we all know, you get a different experience with somebody once they realize they're definitely not interested in you. Some people get really mean, some people get distant, and some people straight up just stop caring. You feel me? And did somebody lace your weed, or did you forget that we're back with another video? If this is your first time tapping in, thank you on stopping by. If you messing with the vibes, you messing with the video, you messing with the topic, and definitely if you made it to the end, hit the subscribe. You feel me? And if you've been coming here regularly, hit the subscribe. Free way to help the channel. You feel me? So I can give y'all more vids. Okay, so we gonna see what's going on.
I've been in a situationship for 6 years now. I cannot believe I just said that on camera. But I'm so over it. I'm so over it. Basically, this boy and I started dating when we were in high school. And like, honestly, that shit was so toxic. Like, we were both stuck and we would just argue constantly. But anyways, he broke up with me. I was so sad, but then we remained really close friends and eventually just basically continued to date but without label. And then we both went to the same college, so we weren't really dating then either, but we continued this what up that was going on, and that shit fucked with my head because it felt so much like a relationship that when I got upset at things, like, which if you're in a relationship, it's totally valid, but because we weren't, it wasn't justified. And so I kept feeling all these things that I wasn't technically allowed to feel because we weren't dating. Like, I've always been really shy with like dating and all of that. Like, I don't really know how to flirt. I'm 23 and I can't flirt. And the thing is, it was on off, but because for me, I was so scared to like meet other people because I was so comfortable in this little like security blanket that is this boy. And
Do y'all think women are built for situationships, sneaky links, friends with benefits? Let me know in the comments. I've heard probably twice some people feel women are not built for that. If you want to get my personal stance, it just depends. A lot of people may say women are not built for that because we emotional, whatever, we biologically wired different. When we do, we have a whole bunch of feelings involved. I do believe there's some women who are able to get physical and not have any feelings. I believe that. Am I one of them? But I do believe that there's some who can do without having any feelings involved. It's not everybody. Maybe it's majority. Yeah, majority. A lot of girls, we may have feelings involved, but I don't think it's everybody. So my personal opinion, I think some are, but it's not for everyone. It's really not for everyone.
I regret not going on dates and like fucking around in college because now I'm 23. I work at home now, so it's not like I can meet people at work. And like, I don't want to do dating apps either because it just feels so forced. And I've heard too many bad stories from friends that like, I'm not doing that shit. But anyway, last year of college, we finally dated, which apparently recently I talked to him about it. And according to him, we weren't even dating back then, but we were doing like the whole flowers, Valentine's Day, all that shit. So like, I don't know what's wrong with him. It has come to my attention, finally. I need to move on and stop wasting my time on this boy. We broke up the last year of college because of long distance, but now we're in the same city, in the same friend group, and it's so much harder. This year, I told myself to stop wasting my time and energy on the people who don't return the same energy back. I'm 23, still have not dated anyone else. Like, at this point, I feel like I'm just gonna die alone.
That's where you mess up. You loyal to somebody you in a situationship with. Being loyal to your man, being loyal to a woman, I support it 100%. But like she said earlier, there's certain things she couldn't even get mad about because they're not official. So how do you know that and still want to be loyal to somebody you're not even official? Like, I understand it. Some people, for example, when you're in that talking stage, they talk to one person exclusively. And some people talk to multiple people all at the same time. My personal take, I do believe if it's just in the beginning, it's not a big deal if you still entertaining talking to other people. I believe as it gets more serious and more boundaries are put into place, that's when you have to start cutting people off. We all done it before. We dropped the entire roster. We have dropped the entire roster for one person. We all have done it. Sometimes people do it and whoops, it didn't work out. And sometimes people do it and they're in a happy relationship. We all done it before. But no, being loyal to somebody you in a situationship, it don't even make sense. A situationship itself don't even make sense. You trying to do sensible moves to something that don't make sense.
All my friends are in relationships too, and it's so cute. I'm like, I want one. Where do people get one? At this point, I feel like I've lost all of my dating skills because I didn't have to use that muscle for like 6 years. For the first time in my life, I finally feel like I'm ready to move on and meet other people. I'm just terrified too. I keep saying that I'm only sticking with this boy because of comfort and familiarity, but like, he's not giving me any of that. I just need to rant today, and that's okay. Hot girl rant.
My freshman and sophomore year of college, I was obsessed with this guy who didn't want anything exclusive with me. So I tried to hang out with another man to get over him, and this is how it went. So the story was my freshman year. We'd probably been talking for about like 9 months. Still no label. We didn't get a label until years later, but 9 months in, I was like, you know what? I am sick of this. I'm going to hang out with somebody else. I'm going to go see somebody else because I wasn't. I was loyal to this man since the day I met him. I was over it. So I'd been Snapchatting this sexy who was on the basketball team, and I thought he was really cute. My friends thought he was really cute. He invited me over for a Netflix and chill movie night. So he picks me up. He picks me up immediately off the bat. I'm like, this man is so awkward. Mind you, the drive from my dorm to his apartment was probably 5 minutes. It felt like I was in the car for an hour. Whatever. We get to the apartment. He's running up the stairs, running down the hallway. I'm like losing him in all these hallways. I don't know where he's going. Anyway, I'm following him. I'm like hustling, keeping up, breathing really hard because this man has me running upstairs. Probably didn't want anybody to see that he had a freshman over. Anyway, we get into his room. He's like, what should we watch? I don't know. I don't like scary movies. This man insists on a scary movie after I literally am like, it's my like, gosh. I don't enjoy them. I don't like it. I don't want to watch a scary movie, whatever. Insists on a scary movie. I don't even remember what it's called. Long ass movie though. This shit was like 3 hours. Lay on the bed. I'm right here. He's right here. There's like a divide between us. We literally don't touch each other. We don't talk basically the whole time. I'm trying to conversate. I'm like saying things about the movie here and there, like trying to spark up a conversation so I can at least like get to know this man maybe and give him a chance. And he is just not picking up what I'm putting down. I don't know if he like, it was just really, he was awkward. He was nervous, whatever. Basically 3 hours go by. We don't speak in word. We never even like touch hands or anything. It was really weird. Then the movie ends. Okay, and I'm like, now what? Like, obviously I'm not, like, gonna do anything with you. You didn't even speak a word to me. So I'm like, okay, well, I should probably go home. And I'm pretty sure I texted one of my friends, and I was like, can you please pick me up? Because I don't think I wanted him to drive me back. I'm pretty sure I had somebody pick me up from his apartment. Yes, I did. So I got picked up while I was driving back to the dorms. Before I even got back to my dorm, which was 5 minutes away from this man, I get a text. I'm so sorry. I was so awkward. You make me so nervous. Please give me another chance. Like, I promise that
I would dub him. I would have to dub the young brother. That's crazy. At first. By the way, I can hear you just talk. LOL. Oh, can y'all not hear the... Can y'all not... Y'all can't hear the video? Where the bro? Like, I can hear the video. Nah, after the recording, it gotta be with Twitch, bro. Because when I download the recording, no, we can't... Oh, okay, bro. I thought I was perping. Okay, my bad, y'all. What was I saying? Okay, so at first, I thought he wasn't talking because they watching a movie. You know, some people... Everybody's a different kind of movie watcher. Some people want to focus on the movie. Some people want to focus on you. Everybody a little bit different. So I'm thinking, okay, he really was just locking he was just locked in with the movie. So I didn't see the big deal. And then after that, he still wasn't saying nothing. I mean, I would have been scared. They not even in a public setting. They in his dorm. That's some Ronnie from Raising Kanan shit. Like, what is that?
Like that. Brother, you had like 4 hours to be normal. Oh my God, I was suffering. And then I just got back to my dorm and laid in my twin bed and was like, this is what I get for trying to move on. Trying to move on with my life, trying to give another man a chance when this one clearly doesn't want me. It's safe to say that we never hung out again, but he was on the basketball team. I would go to the basketball games, and I was like, wow, you are so sexy. I just wish that you could hold a conversation, but that's okay. Maybe it was my fault.
You see, we be saying this about the ladies. Nobody talks about how some dudes don't be having no substance too. Cause y'all know the saying, oh, she a 10, but did she have depth? You know, is she funny? Like, can she hold a conversation? It'd be the same thing with guys too. A dude can look good. Like, y'all never met a dude, his whole personality is his height. They out there. They out there, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all.
Hi guys, keep you around but won't date you. We've all been in situationships with someone where you guys are doing everything together, but for some reason, they won't ask you out, they won't make it official, and you're wondering why. This is probably why. Number one, they like the idea of you, but they don't actually want you. Sometimes guys like having the idea of a girl around, but they're not actually invested in her as a person. If you're an absolute baddie and you constantly get attention from guys, he might be keeping you around to boost his ego. To make him feel better about himself, he doesn't want you, but he just wants to say he got to experience you.
No
it's sad
funnies.
to say, but number two is that you're convenient. You're always available to hang out and comfort him whenever he needs it. Why would he give you the wifey title when you're doing all of the duties without the title? He's gonna want to keep the situation.
You see, I don't like that. I don't like that. Because if you are like me, just like a naturally caring, loving person, we just, out of the kindness of our heart, we want to do that. It's not on some, oh, let me show him I'm a wife before he makes me a wife. It's more so like, this is just who I am, and this is how I'm presenting myself to you. And because of that, in your mind, you feel, oh, well, she already showing me wifey material. Let me not even wife her. You not the one. You're not the one. Same thing if a dude... well, it's usually the guy that proposes to girls. I can't even do vice versa. You're not the one. That's weird. If me being my natural self makes you think in your mind, oh, let me not wife her because she already showing me wifey duties. Or let me not commit or take it to the next step because she already... You not fucking with me for real. Like, I just don't even...
Going because it benefits him more than it benefits you. Number three, you're the backup. He likes you to some degree.
The video, like, it's probably like another 15 minutes.
He likes hanging out with you, but are you the girl that he's gonna drop everything for? Probably not. The biggest indicator is that he's gonna have a wandering eye. When you guys go on dates, you're gonna notice he still looks at other women. Maybe he follows a lot of women on social media and interacts with their posts. His attention is not fixed on you. Lastly, they just don't like being alone. In my lifetime, I've met so many guys who jump from situationship to situationship to situationship to situationship, and he'll never fully commit and he'll never date them, and it's simply because he doesn't want to be alone. They want the freedom to be able to do whatever they want without any fuss like, oh, they're cheating, but they like the companionship as well.
There's a very specific kind of confusion that happens when a man shows interest, but never commitment. He calls, he texts, he flirts. He wants your time. He wants your attention. Sometimes he even says he cares. But when it's time to define the relationship, when it's time to be consistent, when it's time to choose you publicly and intentionally, suddenly he hesitates. And that's where so many women get stuck, trying to decode mixed signals, trying to be patient, trying to not pressure him, trying to prove they are worth committing to. In today's video, you are going to hear real women share their experiences with men who were interested enough to stay, but not intentional enough to commit.
It really just depends on the guy. It really just depends on the dude. If that's the type of time he's on, it doesn't matter how you're showing up. You can be the most perfect person ever. If he's just with you for convenience or on some narcissistic type timing, or just like he likes the idea of you, it doesn't matter how you show up. That was already his intentions from the beginning. It's the same thing with females too. If her intentions was to get your money, I mean, like, it doesn't matter how perf you are. I mean, like, she was in it for the bag. You feel me? So like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you meet somebody and he is intentional on wanting to marry you, all that, oh, she's already showing me she's a wife, so I don't have to wife her. Like, a dude who wants to be married does not fucking think like that. There's no way in hell. I'm sorry, Fur. There's no way. What if the dude genuinely wants to be married? Why would he have the thought process? Oh, she already showing me she a wife, so what's the point of marrying her? What? The guy that wants to be married would think, oh, she show wifey potential, and then we wife her. Only dudes who don't want to be married say stuff like that.
Men who wanted the benefits of closeness without the responsibility of clarity.
Thank
Men
you,
who kept
Muru.
them emotionally invested while keeping their options open. As you watch these clips, pay attention to the patterns, the excuses, the delayed labels, the I'm not ready speeches, the future promises that never turn into action. Because sometimes it's not that he doesn't like you, it's that he likes you, just not enough to choose you. And understanding that difference can save you months, even years of emotional confusion. Let's get into it.
Most of us have heard the phrase, if you're confused, he doesn't like you. I don't think this is totally off base, but I think it's more if you're confused, then he's also confused, or if you're confused, then he's realized that you guys might not be on the same page and he's trying to figure it out. Because if you are confused, then you must have thought that you liked each other, which means this isn't a first or second date. If it's a first or second date and you're not hearing from the person, you're probably not confused. You're probably just like, he must not have liked me. And if you are confused, then I don't know what to tell you. But if you guys have been seeing each other for a while, it's pretty clear that you both like each other, and then all of a sudden he starts to pull away or starts to act differently and you start to feel confused. That saying would have you believing that he doesn't like you. That is not how it works. People don't just like you, and then suddenly one day not like you. What happens is they like you, and then possibly something happens either between you two or in their own life that makes them realize that they're confused or that they don't think you guys are on the same page. Some examples of this include you guys have been seeing each other for, 6 weeks, and you really like each other and things are going great, but then you have your first conversation that's like in depth about politics. And it becomes pretty clear that you guys don't really see eye to eye, but for you, that's not a big deal because you don't really talk about politics that much in general. But for them, it's a really big deal. They care about it a lot. They think about it a lot. They want to be able to talk about it a lot. So they leave that date thinking, wow, I really, really like her. I like everything else, but that is a really hard thing for me because I want to see relatively eye to eye with my partner on politics. And so they might pull back because they feel like they need to take a second, figure out how to move forward or if to move forward. Another example of something that could be happening in their own personal life, perhaps something hit the fan at work, or perhaps an ex came back and it brought up a bunch of feelings that they didn't realize were still there and they're trying to figure out how they feel. That has actually happened to me before. A guy that we really liked each other, got really confusing, and eventually he came back around and he said, hey, one of my exes came back. I thought I had really emotionally dealt with it, but I hadn't, and I needed to navigate that. Sometimes people are really involved in work and they're prioritizing that, and there's a huge push for promotion or a case or something, and it's all their energy, and so they're focusing on that, and that's okay. People are allowed to not center relationships in their life. And I would say, if somebody is starting to confuse you, if you are starting to feel confused, I think that don't tell yourself they don't like you, because I think that most often that's not what's going on, and B, it's just kind of demoralizing, and I think it's harmful on a lot of people's self-esteem. If you think that and it helps you just drop it and move on, by all means, continue thinking that way. I think that's great. But what I do think is if you feel confused, take a step back yourself, because clearly something's going on with them. They're either busy, they're confused, they are suddenly really weighing things out. I mean, also sometimes you start dating someone thinking it's going to be pretty casual. Then all of a sudden you start to feel really I think I want commitment from this person, and they were thinking casual. And so since they're thinking casual and you suddenly aren't, they're like, oh shit, maybe we're not on the same page. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to navigate this. I need to take a sec. These are all things that happen. We need to give people the grace that is life happens, things happen, people.
You see, I was just about to say that. I'm really happy she made a video on this because a lot of us don't be giving people the benefit of the doubt. And there's a lot of reasonings behind that. It could be you giving somebody the benefit of the doubt before and it has not worked out for you. Or you're just so tired of going through the same bullshit. It just takes one little like confusion, one mixed signal to be like, I'm done. However, it is important to consider all possible reasonings on why a person is acting a certain way. Because sometimes we can be very self-centered and think, oh, it's something I did. He doesn't like me, or she doesn't like me. She not jacking me. It's my personality. And whole time, like, I don't know, they're experiencing a death in their family, and that's why they're distant. You feel me? So I think it's very important to give people the benefit of the doubt, but there's limits to that. I want everybody to know there are limits to that, because then it does get to a point like, okay, like I understand, but how come you couldn't at some point, hit me saying, hey, I'm going through something, or it just open up with me or give me a phone call, explain to me what was going on. So definitely give people the benefit of the doubt to an extent. And that extent is whatever your tolerance level is. So everybody should keep that in mind.
Have realizations. It takes a while to get to know people. You can be with people for literal years and still not fully know them. And so, of course, in the early weeks, months of dating, there might be a conversation or something that happens that makes them go, oh shit, I like everything else. This person is great and I really do enjoy them. But like, that is something that is not compatible with me, or that is something that we're so out of alignment on, and I don't think I can live with that. And those things vary for everyone. Like for some people it's love languages or sense of humor. For some people it's sexual preferences. For some people it's politics. It varies. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because I see a lot of videos saying if you're confused, he doesn't like you. If you're confused, you should probably take a step back and do your own thing. Really think about what you want. Really think about how you're feeling, and kind of remove yourself from centering that relationship and just live your life. And if that person doesn't come back around, then bye. That's rude.
They weren't for you.
And if that person, when they pop back in, you're well within your right to say, hey, was something going on? Like, things felt a little different last week. That's fine.
Okay, so my boy Muru had just said most guys think the same. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think most men, universally, there's certain things? Obviously, nobody thinks exactly the same way. That's not what he's saying. But do you think there's some universal code all men follow? And do y'all think there's some universal code all women follow? Let me know.
And it's not needy to ask a simple question. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because I think that I see this phrase a lot. I feel similarly about it that I feel with if he wanted to, he would. Of course, it could be true sometimes, but I don't think it's the rule. If he wanted to, he would. Like I've said in so many other videos, encourages us to think that people should change for us or be different in order to make it work with us if they just want it enough. Not everything is fixable with desire and want and effort. Of course, wanting someone to put in more effort is perfectly a thing we are allowed to ask or hope for from a person, but asking people to like deal with our completely different stance on politics just because they like us a lot, like those aren't things that are like, some things are insurmountable, and for some people it might not be insurmountable, but for some people it would. Anyway, I digress. I am like going off the rails here, but those are my thoughts. Okay.
If you're ever wondering if he likes you, he doesn't.
Oh.
You're wondering because he doesn't like you. Okay? Men are black and white. Let's be for real. If he's not asking you out, it's because he doesn't want to go out with you. If he's not texting you, it's because he doesn't want to text you. Oh, I'm confused because he said this. No, stop.
Nah, I kind of already disagree just because I have met some guys who would like text me consistently throughout the day and one day like just disappear. Like that happens. Yeah. So we would say the dude that's texting you consistently is the dude that really wants you. That's not true. That's not true. It's not. The dude who can text you consistently, call you every day, schedule dates every day, still might end up not fucking with you, bro. And sometimes you have the dude who takes a minute to text you back. Like for me, I'm a terrible texter. But some people feel like if you don't respond within the next, okay, maybe 48 hours is a stretch, but if you don't respond within the next 24 hours, they unfollowing you, they not jacking you, they start deleting the messages and shit. It's like, oh my gosh, I got stuff I gotta take care of the day, and I'm not trying to hit you on some like bland ass text. I want to think about what I'm gonna say. So the bad texter could be the one really jacking you. I wouldn't rule them out. I would not rule them out.
Stop. Oh, but I really, really like him. No, you don't. Stop. Shut up. You're just bored. You're bored because you don't have a hobby outside of hanging out with your friends and media consumption. What the hell else are you going to do? Of course you think you like this guy. You don't have anything else to do. Please. Anytime you start thinking about a guy and that's what you're doing with your time, that's how you're spending your fucking time, you need to go find something else to do. I don't care if it's professional frisbee throwing, okay? Or you need to pick up freaking knitting. Whatever it is, you have to do something else. Like, this is out of control. It's out of control. You know. You're not confused. Men do not do mixed signals. There's no games here, okay? Like, very straight up, if he is not dating you, it's because he doesn't want to date you. And not everyone has good taste, so he's an idiot, whatever. But, like, we're not doing this anymore. No.
This is how you know someone is
They're just not
breadcrumbing
for
you.
you.
Hi, hello, it's Anne. Please watch till the very end. For those of you who do not know what breadcrumbing is when someone shows interest to keep you interested, but has no intention of actually being with you. So in other words, they love the attention and they're leading you on. Let's go. 1. Inconsistent contact. It's always nice and great in the beginning, you know, you're getting to know each other. The replies are coming in fast. The interest is there. But the moment they feel like you love talking to them, they're going to kind of pull back, like they're not going to really talk to you anymore. 2, they always avoid talking about the future with you. 3, it is extremely shallow conversations. Like, the conversations never ever get too deep. 4, the moment that you start to show that you are no longer interested, that's when they come back. And they try to reel you back in again. And 5, you are constantly confused. One day they like you, the next day they don't. The moment you decide you're fed up and you don't want to deal with this anymore, so you distance yourself, they start to come in hot and they're just like, no, come back, please. So if you feel like someone is leading you on, or you feel like someone's playing games with you,
That is crazy. Like, go get a life. Go get a life. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, why do you feel the need to do that to somebody? That's weird. You telling me there's nothing else you can do to fulfill your day than to play with in somebody's face like that? This is way too common. Like, this is way too common in dating. It's crazy. I know not all guys. I wouldn't be. You know what? I might even say women don't really even do this. Now let me think about. Okay, I'm not gonna speak for all women, but if I had to pick where this kind of activity comes from, well, me, I'm heterosexual, so like, I don't know. I never been like in a romantic setting with a lady, so I don't know. But this is just weird ass activity in general. Forget like who does it the most, but this is just weird activity in general. I'm being so for real. To me, it gives, you know, you don't have a life. You don't care about making money. You know, you can't go to the gym. You can't spend time with family. You know, blaze a bud at this point. But damn, you need to fulfill time out of your day to play with somebody else's face. It's weird. It's weird activity.
first of all, it is not your fault, and I do not want you blaming yourself for this. Whatever their excuse is has nothing to do with you. And I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. You deserve someone that is sure of you. Someone that is going to reciprocate effort. And someone that feels so lucky to be getting to know you.
This guy will not commit to you, but he still wants you around. He doesn't want to let you go. And he definitely doesn't want you to go be happy with someone else. This is why.
Crazy.
This guy loves the attention from you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't have feelings for you. He doesn't care about you. He just likes the attention from you. He likes the fact that you like him. And he has you so confused because he's on the verge of saying like, oh, I do want to commit to you. But then again, I don't want to commit to you. So he has you thinking in your mind, oh, we're so close to commitment, just a little while longer. But in reality, he knows deep down inside, there's never a chance that he's going to commit to you.
I'm trying to say, stop entertaining people who have commitment problems. Stop. Figure out the signs early on and then leave. Because like I said earlier in this video, a person who wants to marry you isn't going to use the fact that you are wifey material as an excuse to not marry you. Stop dating people who have commitment problems. What, you trying to be fully committed with somebody who's like 50% in? No matter how much they like you. It's true, somebody could really, really like you, even start falling in love with you. But because of the fact they kind of not ready for a commitment, they're going to fall back. So be giving your all to somebody who got commitment problems. It's a waste of time. Let them figure that shit out. And you should be committed to people who really want to be committed. You know, find your aligned tribe, find your aligned people.
Just doing enough to get by to have you thinking that he's going to commit to you. I've always said this, guys know within 4 to 6 days if they actually want to be with you. Hell, even sooner than that. Guys are hunters. They're going to do anything in their power to get that girl that they actually want. If you're that woman thinking that this guy is going to commit to you when it's been 3 to 6 months and still no commitment, it's time for you to give it up. He's not going to commit.
I've compiled a list of things that men do where I just know that they're going to waste my time, and I wanted to share it with you guys. You guys are probably going to think I'm insane for this video, but I don't care because I be right. I'm sorry. Now, my very first one is any man that calls you pet names really early. I'm sorry. I don't know what the science behind this is, but any man, when y'all are just like literally texting before you even get to the date, and he's already calling you babe, boo, hun, sweetheart, he's going to waste your time. It's science. The next one is that he takes long to ask for your number. This could even be you meet him in person and he asks you for your Instagram.
From personal experience, I'm going to say sometimes they planning to waste your time and sometimes they really jacking you. So, like, it's one of those, it just depends. I don't want you to be texting somebody and you think because they doing that, they trying to play with you. Because sometimes they are and sometimes they really not. My ex used to do that and he wasn't playing. So,
and then he wants to prioritize all these social media conversations. He will respond to your story. He will do all the things. This is the professional pen pal. He's going to waste your time. My next one is the man with empty promises. There's always next time we should do this. Next time there's always the next time. When is the next time going to be this time? He's going to waste your time. My next one is that it's always going to be last minute. This is the man that's always going to be like, oh, what are you doing? And he's like just wanting to see because he's in the area. Or he's meeting up with one of his friends. All of a sudden now he wants you to come to a Friendsgiving. The convenient man, the always last minute man, he's going to waste your time. He's not a planner. He's going to waste your time. He don't even know how to, appropriately just sort of resource his own time. My last one is the man who doesn't ask follow-up questions. He will let you talk, let you talk. You can go the whole date just chatting away, yapping away. He will never ask you a follow-up question.
In general, don't even entertain nobody like that. They just... Some people like that, they have a lot of shit going on in their life. Sometimes, and for whatever reason, they don't know how to conversate or whatever. It's not as important. Because like I said, with the texting thing, the reason why I'm a bad texter because I genuinely want to think of what I'm about to say and keep on engaging in the conversation. Somebody who got a lot of shit going on in their life, they not really putting that extra thought to follow up in the conversation and everything like that. So that's probably why like hella shit be kind of surface level. Sometimes they got a lot of stuff going on.
Because he doesn't care. He's gonna waste your time. And those are my big 5. They are scientifically backed. Like, it's proven. I'm sorry. I'm right.
Let's talk about how to tell if a guy is serious about you after 3 weeks. The signs are very clear, and if you don't see this by week 3, he's not into you in that way. Number 1, the consistency is automatic. This starts concealer as a full coverage moment. Eats the boots. You should not be wondering if he's gonna call or text you. When a guy's really into you, he takes initiative and he's gonna make it clear that he wants to see you. Being busy is never an excuse. It takes literally 2 seconds to pick up the phone and send a text. Number 2, he plans ahead. He always plans dates beforehand and works around your calendar rather than just calling you day of asking to hang out. Number 3, he follows through every time. If he says he's gonna call, he calls. If he says he's gonna see you, he sees you. He never just bails. He's not unreliable. He shows up when he says he is. Number 4, you feel prioritized. He makes a true, genuine effort and you never feel like you're being penciled in for like an appointment. Number 5, he's curious beyond attraction. He asks you questions and is genuinely curious about your life and about your day. He wants to know more about you. Number 6, there's no confusion. You're not spending your days asking your friends and wondering what's going on with this situation. You know because he's made it clear. Harsh truth is if these don't apply to you, then I genuinely don't think he sees a future with you. Anyways, this is the final makeup. Love you guys.
There are a few...
She got some valid points. I'm not even gonna lie. She got some valid points. Well, let's get back on topic.
Show you that a man is not taking you seriously, and sometimes they're not so obvious. So I'm going to break down to you what that looks like. A man who does not take you seriously reveals it in how he acts when you're not in front of him. The attention that he gives you is inconsistent, and his tone depends on whatever mood he's in. His conversation...
Please pay attention to everybody's tone. This is just a universal code for everybody. You can just tell. That's why, like, some people, for example, if somebody's not jacking you no more, some people will straight up tell you, or they do they're straight up tell you, Be more distant or completely go ghost. There's a difference between ghost and distant. Distance is like they sending one word responses type, or they not texting back as fast. Ghost is they really just disappeared. They blocked you and unfollowed you on everything. There's a difference. But tone, and even just through text, forget phone calls, even through text, that one word response, you could just sense the type of tone behind all of that. You can just sense it. How you doing today? Good. What you got going on? Nothing. What you doing later? None of your business. You feel me? Like, you can sense the tone. Pay attention to the tone.
Open but never move anywhere. He responds but never really builds. He spends time with you, but he doesn't include you on important things in his life. His effort is just enough to keep the connection alive, but not enough to deepen it. And this is what some women don't realize. Men are intentional no matter if you think that he's not being intentional or not. Honey, he knows exactly how he feels about you. He knows the category that he put you in. They know whether or not they see potential in you, or whether they're just passing time with you. And they reveal this in patterns. Here are a few examples. He makes plans, but there's no follow through. He checks in, but never really checks on you. He gives intimacy, but no real connection. And he entertains you just enough to keep you around. A lot of times these patterns and these things that are happening end up confusing the woman, but honey, he is not confused. He knows exactly what he's doing. Early dating should be easy. All you need to do is pay attention to what he's not doing and pay attention to the energy that's not really building. Pay attention to the small moments where he shows you that he is completely comfortable keeping you exactly where y'all are. When a man sees potential in you, he moves forward. When a man does not see potential in you, he moves in circles. And those circles is what's confusing you. Pay attention to that. Anytime you are dating a man, you should be keeping a file on him, sort of like a note in your notes app, okay? On there, you need to be putting what he tells you, what he...
Build that Rico. Build that Rico. For men and for women. This is not even just romantically. Build a Rico on every fucking body.
Actually does, what he's not doing, how it makes you feel. If something happens, jot it down in your note. You need to be reevaluating, especially in early dating, continuously. I recommend doing it at all times. I've been with my man almost 2 years, and honey, he has a long notes app, okay? I jot down everything. I'm always reevaluating. Is this what I want? Does this truly align with what I'm trying to do and who I am as a person and where I'm trying to be? And I mean, keep that note running all the way from the first date all the way on to however long you guys are dating. It is going to save you so much time and confusion and anxiety when you put things down and you can see clearly the pattern here. You can see clearly the story that is unfolding here, okay? And help you, hopefully, to make better decisions.
These are the biggest signs that he is just not into you. Just know there's a girl on his phone right now that never has to text him first. Number one, he has never asked you out on a date. You have been talking to a guy and it has been at least a month and he still has not asked you out on a date, then he is not the guy for you. I've never understood girls that talk to a guy for a long period of time when he has never asked you out on a date. You should be seeing each other in person if it has at least been a month. Don't treat it like an internet situationship. Chances are he's not asking you out because he already has all the access to you that he wants. He doesn't think he needs to try. You should never have to hint to this man that you want him to take you out. You should never beg somebody to like you. The next one is number two, which he is nonchalant about everything. We're talking to a guy and he doesn't care what you're doing or who you're with or doesn't even ask you about how your day was. He is into himself more than he is into you. So these are also the type of guys
That's true. Y'all know how y'all get when y'all like somebody. You know how you get when you like somebody. Like you oh, I'm going out later. With who? Oh, I'm about to be when? Even sometimes if you like, we like to play gangster low key. Like they can tell you they about to do something. You don't want to ask direct questions. You feel me? But you might just conveniently call them during that time. Would I do that? I don't. Maybe.
Just talk about themselves and never ask you about how you're doing. This one really is a 2-in-1 because if he only talks about himself and he doesn't care about what you're doing, then he is not for you. Don't be toxic and controlling, but kind of just show that you care. The difference between those two, by the way, so don't confuse them. The next one is number 3. He leaves you undelivered for hours. He is clearly on his phone. This is my biggest pet peeve because as much as you wish you can control this, you cannot control this. This situation is completely...
I'm gonna give him more than 5 hours. And if they don't work the night shift. If they work the night shift, that's a little bit different. They sleeping during the day. I'm going to give him more than 5 hours.
out of your hand. There's nothing that you can do to make him respond faster. That just proves that he is not interested in you. There is a girl on his phone right now that doesn't have to beg this guy for a response. I should take my own advice, but honestly, I still don't. Keeping you undelivered for a long period of time or being a super dry texter, then he is just not into you. I'm gonna be linking my Instagram down below because I know TikTok is leaving, but I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go finish my makeup and I will see you later. Bye.
His indecision about you should be your decision. Your decision to walk away and move on with your life. Because here's the thing. The longer you allow this man to keep you in this gray area of not knowing what he wants and you're just entertaining it, he's never going to, one, fully respect you. He's never fully going to be sure with you until you're willing to walk away. You don't want to be with a man who doesn't know what he wants. Like, that is my biggest ick. A man that does not know what he wants. He may really like you and he may see a future with you, but if he's not sure, that is the worst place that you can be put in. A guy that doesn't know what he wants right now is not going to figure it out when he's in a relationship with you. He's still going to be indecisive. He's still going to be confused. You're never going to feel like you are enough. For sure, you can push him into a relationship and hope that he changes his mind and hope that once you got that security of a relationship that everything is going to change. But look, it doesn't ever change because he's so confused. He does not know what he wants, and it's not going to change overnight. If he doesn't know what he's looking for out of life, he's going to be lost in all areas of life. We need a man with a plan. When I'm vetting these men out for a potential long-term partner, and I kid you not, I will absolutely lose all feelings, lose all emotions towards this person if they don't have this. Do they know what they want out of life? Do they have a plan to get there? And are they taking the action steps to get there? Those are the three things. Because otherwise, he's going to be floating through life. I'm not looking to just float through life with just any man just because. Gotta be more than that. Because if he doesn't have a plan for himself, he's never going to be fully set and certain on you.
I support that. I support that. Don't date nobody, or, we not able to tell immediately. But, as you get to know somebody, you can tell if somebody's lost or they have no sense of foundation or they not driven by nothing. A lot of us, we driven by something. We have some type of foundation. We got purpose. We got goals. If you meet somebody and look, it's okay. We don't always have it all figured out. Can I really say I have all areas of life figured out? I can say I have a lot, but every single one? No. So it's okay if they a little bit lost or they're a little stuck in one particular area in life. But if they lost in the sense like who they are as a person, they don't have self-identity, let them figure that out before they get in a relationship. That's my biggest advice to everybody. If you do not have a sense of identity, you have no foundation, you have no principles you stand on, have nothing you passionate about, even if it's yourself, do not date. People not even talking about that enough. We talk about dating this, dating that. There's certain people who just shouldn't be dating. Period. You gotta figure yourself out, yo.
After hearing all these stories, one truth stands out. Wanting someone to commit doesn't make you needy. It makes you human. If a man wants the perks of your time, attention and emotion, but won't step up when it matters, that isn't your job to fix. That's a mismatch between what he's willing to give and what you deserve. So here's a short, practical advice I want you to take with you. 1. Ask for clarity. If you are unsure where you stand in his life, say it plainly and ask for a timeline or a decision. People who respect you will respect that boundary. 2. Watch actions, not words. Consistent effort is way better than grand promises. If his behavior doesn't match his talk, believe the behavior. 3. Set a limit for yourself.
And don't let them hit you with so my words don't mean nothing. Don't let them hit you with that. I've been hit with that. Not by a dude. This was on some friend. Like, so my words, it basically don't mean shit. Like, don't let them. I don't know if that's a manipulation tactic or they really just offended that their words aren't registering. I don't know which one it is, but don't let them Don't let that be the reason why you convincing yourself like that it's okay for those actions to slide.
Decide how long you wait for clarity before you walk. You don't owe someone unlimited time to figure themselves out. 4, which is going to be the last point, invest in you first. Build routines, friendships, and goals that don't depend on his choice. The more you value yourself, the less you will tolerate almost love. Choosing yourself isn't harsh, it's necessary. You are not asking for too much by wanting someone who chooses you openly and consistently. If he's not ready to do that, let him be someone else's lesson. Drop a comment with the first sign you notice a man wasn't ready to commit.
Okay, so I need y'all to answer my questions in the comments per usual. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, especially if you made it this far. Check out my other YouTube channel, my Patreon, my Instagrams, my TikTok. We're doing it big everywhere. Thank you for tapping in, and let me know what y'all think.